Did you know some world-famous landmarks only exist because of mistakes? Today, we're diving into 5 iconic places that owe their fame to failure, and you won't believe how close they came to never existing at all. Let's start with the Eiffel Tower. Picture Paris without its iron giant. In the late 1800s, Gustave Eiffel's team built the tower for the 1889 World's Fair, but it wasn't meant to last. In fact, most Parisians saw it as an eyesore and campaigned for its removal. But the real twist? The Eiffel Tower only survived because it was repurposed as a massive radio antenna. What began as a temporary, even controversial structure became a global symbol of France, all because of a technological need that no one foresaw. Next up, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The famous tilt? Total accident. Construction began in 1173 on unstable soil, and the ground shifted before builders even made it to the 3rd floor. For nearly 2 centuries, architects tried to correct the lean, but every effort made it worse. That precarious angle was once a source of embarrassment for Pisa. Today, it's the very reason millions flock to see and take those classic tourist photos of a building that only stands because of centuries of failed fixes. Now, let's cross the Atlantic to New York City and the Statue of Liberty's original color. The statue wasn't supposed to turn green when gifted to the U.S. In 1886, Lady Liberty gleamed with a reddish-brown copper color. But designers didn't anticipate how fast New York's salty air would react with the metal. Within 20 years, the statue turned the greenish hue we know today, a chemical mistake that became a beloved icon, so much so that when people suggested repainting her, the public protested. Sliding over to Sydney, Australia, the Opera House is an architectural wonder born from chaos. Danish architect J.R.N. Utsson's radical design was so groundbreaking that engineers struggled to build it. Deadlines were missed, costs ballooned more than 10 times over, and political pressure forced Utsson to resign before completion. The project was labeled a disaster. But today, those very struggles gave the Opera House its legendary, unmistakable look, a structure that's inseparable from Sydney's identity. Finally, Mount Rushmore, America's stony tribute to its presidents, was originally supposed to feature the upper bodies of the 4 presidents, not just their heads. But unstable granite made the larger sculpture impossible. The workers had to improvise, and the result is what everyone now recognizes: giant stone faces on a mountainside. A limitation led to a new vision, and a mistake turned into an American icon. So the next time you marvel at a famous landmark, remember, sometimes the greatest icons are born from errors, not perfection. These 5 places are reminders that failure doesn't have to be the end of the story. In fact, it might just be the start of something legendary. Follow Lorelight for more stories worth knowing.